Value yourself. Do not value yourself based off someone else's value of who they think you are. Really, how can you do that? You're trying to look at yourself through the eyes of another person. Is this even possible? You can only see the world through your own eyes. When you value yourself based off another person's value system, what you're literally trying to do is see yourself through someone else's eyes. You're trying to view yourself from someone else's perspective, someone else's experiences. But this is something that is impossible. If it was possible, you wouldn't be seeing the world from your vantage point. You see the world from your perspective and understand that your perspective is uniquely made. You are uniquely made to see the world from your perspective. So the world you live in is not the same world someone else will live in. So the value you have of yourself cannot be the same value that someone else has of you. Of course, sometimes they may coincide. Cool, that happens. But one thing you should understand is you should not wait to see yourself through the eyes of another person. When you do that, you are denying yourself. You are denying the intelligence of creativity. You are denying the intelligence of God, which has made you to be who you are uniquely from your own conscious perspective. You have to value yourself from your own perspective and see your own value from your own vantage point. Without doing this, you will be living life from a second-hand perspective, and you will be a reactor to life instead of a creator of life. You will always be waiting for somebody to tell you who you are, and in effect, you are becoming a puppet of life who can be played by other people. It goes without saying that we usually grow up being told who we are from our parents, from our loved ones, our teachers, and society. So we tend to be conditioned to see ourselves from the outside in. Sure, this is how it starts, but I'm here to tell you that it is time for you to change who you are or how you see yourself, and realize that you cannot continue to see yourself from another person's eyes. Otherwise, you are giving your life to them and they will be in control of your life. Why would God, source energy, all that is, give you your life to experience your life from your vantage point, and then you go back and give it to somebody else, whoever it may be? Sometimes, growing up in an Orthodox religion, church, you say, I give my life to Christ. I give my life to the church. I give my life to the pastor. And then the pastor is the one who begins to remote control your life. You've literally handed over control of your life to another being who cannot experience life from your perspective, who can never walk in your shoes, who can never walk in your skin, who can never see the world from your vantage point, which has been given to you by God, source energy. To do that is to actually deny God, is to actually say to source, to say to God energy, to say to God, to source energy, to the universe that I'm not worthy of seeing myself from my vantage point, and somebody else needs to tell me who I am, because they will know me more than I do. So they will determine my value. They will determine my worth. You are giving your life away, a life that has been freely given to you in love, in divine intelligence, so you can share your perspective on the world. You've been given your perspective for a reason, because it matters. Do not discount how you see the world. Do not discount or devalue your perspective by only valuing someone else's perspective of who you are. If you do that, you are denying yourself. You are denying your value, your worth. And you are handing yourself over to be a puppet to whoever you're allowing to control you. And understand that if you do this, you are the one who is doing it. Yes, you may have been conditioned to do it, but now I'm giving you the message to let you know that you do not need to ascribe or subscribe to this anymore, because you are a creator in your own right. You are God in your own right, manifested as who you are. You do not need to give your life over to anybody, because if you do, they will control you. Just the same way the world is controlling most of us these days. The world is determining who you should be, how you should react. Through social media, through mass consciousness, mainstream thinking, telling you, you should be angry at this, you should think this way, you should be happy at this. You shouldn't have your own unique perspective, because they want to control you. That time is over. It's time for you to take charge and control over who you are. And this begins with your value of yourself. You have to value yourself, because you know yourself more intimately, more than anyone can know who you are. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust your perspective of life. You have to trust your reality and how you see it and operate from it, and know that though it is different from everyone else's reality, it is true because it is your truth. And you are creating your world, and your world is not the same world that another person creates. We are all living in different realities. So believe in yourself. Believe yourself to be valuable, to be worthy, to be as worthy as the next person. You do not need to compare yourself on the same metrics as the next person, because they are living in their own unique reality. So in their own unique reality, they will see you differently. So they cannot see you the same way you see yourself. You have to understand this, and you have to value how you see yourself, because by valuing yourself, you can stay in your power and be aligned to source energy, and to know that you are one with God, and what you are seeing, your creation, your perspective is valid as well, is valuable as well. Value yourself and operate from that value. This is not about being not humble, because when you connect to source energy and you connect to your higher self, you understand that you are operating with the source of all things. So humility is part of it. You know that it is not your egoic mind that is creating the reality, or that is seeing yourself as that value. And you know that you are valuable intrinsically just by virtue of who you are as one with all that is. It is not about pride or thinking that you are better than the next person, because when you operate from this higher perspective, you will understand that you are the same as the next person, just expressed differently. So, value yourself. Know that you are worthy. Because if you were not worthy, you wouldn't exist. The fact that you exist shows that you are here for a purpose, and that reality, all that is, cannot be all that is without you. That is why it has created you in your unique, queer, weird way. You are who you are for a reason, and you exist because you're worthy of existence. If you weren't worthy of existence, you wouldn't exist, and non-existence by definition doesn't exist. So the fact that you exist just shows that you are valuable beyond your wildest imaginations. It's about you discovering that value by living out your passions and your excitement, and being who you truly are, and that knowing that you've been created in that value and that worth. You are worthy, you are valuable. Know this. Do not depend on someone else's definition of you. Otherwise, you're putting the cart before the horse, and you are living your life as a second-hand being, as an echo when in fact you should be living life as a first-hand being, from a first-hand perspective, as the creator of your reality. Value yourself. You are valuable. You are worthy. You are wealthy, because you are all that is, and you are powerful beyond the wildest imaginations, because you are one with infinite intelligence, with infinity, with all that is, that has always been and will always be, that exists beyond space and time. So anything that you want, you can achieve. You just have to believe that it's possible and value yourself. You are worthy. This is the message I have for you today. Thank you for sharing space to allow me to share this message. And as always, I hope this has brought you some value and continues to bring you value today and always. Take care and have a beautiful day.